Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet of buddy.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Buffalo Bills and the Minnesota Vikings. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Ready to break.
50, Mike, 50.
I got it.
Five.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now. Well, so much for picking it up on the ground on 3rd down. 3rd play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stuff them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here. If you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
Might have needed just one more block as it stands. 37-yard return. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Squeeze.
Now a handoff here to his running back. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down now, Fulton. They'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I've not yet.
And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Off play action. Herbert able to get away, powers through. But now he's swallowed up and taken down.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. And he's got some space here. And his guys are going to take over. At the 34-yard line.
60 or. Hey, lock it. Get it.
They'll run on first down. Fulton. Oh, what a move. And they string that play out nicely. He stopped before he can turn upfield. No gain, second down. You don't see that a ton, do you? A cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Here we go. 30 base.
On first down, Thurston. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards there, first down Vikings. Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. On second down, Fulton, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up.
On the ready.
While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Check 26, check 26, check.
On third down, Thurston. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Throwing again, Morgan. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. Morgan now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. It's a 7-yard gain that gets him back to the original line of scrimmage. 3rd and 10.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
51 to mark, boy, 51.
To throw is Morgan on third down. This one caught by Davis. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Push him back. Push him back.
3-0 after one on EA Sports. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Here's Morgan throwing on 4th down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Black. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. They'll run it now out of the gun. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. And finding Davis here, the tight end. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. First trip to the red zone for the Bills. It's 1st and 10 from the 12.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Back to throw. Morgan into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
They'll run on 1st down. Thurston. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings.
Mike's 50 right there.
Right back to him on 1st down. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Down. 60 yards.
Come on. It's our time. It's our time.
Ready?
They'll try and run with their fullback. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. 2nd down coming up.
And that's a nice gain by him on 1st down, picking up some key yardage.
At the 28-yard line.
Here we go. 70, Indy. Clear.
25, check 25, check 25.
Hit it.
On 2nd down now, Thurston. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
The throw right sideline here is complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. 2nd and 5. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Set. Can't you stop? Look at me.
On 3rd down, Thurston. 20. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a 1st down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Completes it to Davis. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Now Morgan looking to throw on 2nd down. On the crossing route, complete. It's Black. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Point after here coming up. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now.
Makes the score Vikings 10, Bills 7.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. When you're under a minute to go here in the half, field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
A boost here to start the drive after the penalty. It's 1st and 5.
Ready?
From the gun, McNally. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Larson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Rolling to his right. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Kill.
Hey, Team 6. To go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Larson. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Operating from the gun, McNally steps away to his left. He'll try and run it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Looking to throw. McNally. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. As his guys are in for 6. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Point after try forthcoming. It's good to make it 17-7.
Makes the score Vikings 17, Bills 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They will find Davis. That's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Back to throw. Morgan. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half.
Ready? 18 Gator. Hey, Charlie.
The final shot before break. McNally, he's going to throw one up for the end zone. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A big play there as time expires in the 1st half. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the 2nd half. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They built a good 1st half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice 1st half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty. They expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
On 2nd down, Thurston. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. A big play there for Minnesota. And even 60 yards for him on the ground. And a guy that can change the game shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
It just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game.
And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Ready. 10 low back.
Let's put that team on the bus.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Morgan throwing on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Black. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A very solid gain of 27.
Here we go. 50, plant.
You remember me? Let's go, baby.
Morgan now on first and 10. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Check curls. Switch.
Topper. Get it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Ready up.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys.
61, matchbox lights.
Let's get off the field.
5. 2.
To throw is Morgan. To throw on third down. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Crunch time, defense.
5.
On first down, Thurston. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll keep it on the ground. Thurston. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Set. 70, Indy.
Back.
Step.
From the gun, McNally. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. Take it at the 37. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
Set up. 30 base.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Deep grip.
Here's Morgan on first down. It's caught by Davis. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Now a handoff looking right, and he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Looking to throw. Morgan. His throw caught at about the 5. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Showing it. Check three.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Now Morgan throwing on 4th down. He's got daylight. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. So, call off the pick 6.
Everything looked right. It looked like it was in their favor. Returned it for a touchdown, as you just described. But instead, the penalty for interference nullifies everything.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. 2nd and 3. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Go! 22-jet bomber. Hard. Deep dribble.
They'll keep it on the ground. Thurston. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll keep it on the ground. Jarrett, and he's got the first down. Yardage before being taken down at midfield. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. On second down now, Thurston. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The Vikings on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll keep it on the ground. Thurston. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And some room to work. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 28-yard line.
60 or.
Stay with your man.
Cut.
Hey, check 25.
Move. 55.
2nd and 11. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. In for the score. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Vikings 31, Bills 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
A little juke. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Morgan. He's got his man on the crossing route. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Looking to throw. Morgan is going to fire one deep, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A big play there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bills cut into that lead. point after, right down the middle. And that will shave one more off this lead.
31, Bills 21.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. On second down, Thurston. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. The 40, the 20, 10, touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. 83 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now they try the right side here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
They go play action here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Morgan from the gun, he'll throw. That's taken in by Callaway. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. Back to throw. Morgan. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Vikings are going to win this football game. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Thurston. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll try and run for it. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Minnesota, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get another home date next week as the Eagles will come to town. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they also will exit this one at 2-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.